Hey guys, Headshot here with what I believe is the top 10 great gatecrash cards, and these are the top 10 I believe, in my opinion, for standard, like standard playability that might see play. Keep in mind this is my opinion, but here are my thoughts. This is my top 10 list. Number 10, we have Spark Trooper. The reason this is I mean, Lightning Bolt is essentially what this is, except with lifelink and costs one more, but Lightning Bolt received so much play back in the day. It still does in some formats, so I mean, it's essentially Lightning Bolt coming back in standard, but the thing why this is going to be good is it has lifelink, which means in games when you're versing another aggro deck in a mirror match, this will win you the game. This will put you over the top, gaining you 6 life and slowing down their deck so that you can take the offensive. Number 9, Gore Clan Rampager. The closest card to this is a 2 mana pump spell that gives something +4/+2 in trample. And this is 2 mana to give something +4/+4 in trample. So it's even better. Plus, on turn 4, if you need a 4/4 trample, then you can just hardcast it. But I mean, the Blood Rush is amazing on this card, and it's still playable as is, so I think it's very good. Number 8, Dimir Kirun. Um, this does exactly what Dimir wants to do, because you can pay 2 and make a 2/2 that can't be blocked. I mean, it's really close to Creeping Tar Pit, which Creeping Tar Pit just put blue-black control decks over the top. And so I think this will find a home in a lot of blue-black or bug decks. And it also mana ramps you, which is nice, mana fixes. Number 7, this card is interesting, I think. Dustmantle Seer. I figure with this card you could probably make like some Esper deck with it, with a lot of low costing cards that fit in good, like Lingering Souls and whatnot. So like on your when you're revealing cards, like you'll reveal Lingering Souls, lose 3 life, and if you're versing like some crazy Reanimator deck, like they'll reveal like a Craterhoof Behemoth, and this card will shut down decks like that by just draining their life on the spot. And I think in low cost decks it might find a spot for standard. Number 6, this is definitely the most interesting card on my list, Domri Raid. I mean, if you're playing a very, very high intensive creature deck, which red-green might be doing, then the +1 might just be draw a card. And the -2, I mean, a +1 draw card is very good. It lets you fill your hand while your opponent's sitting back, and you're getting card advantage. -2, target creature you control fights another target creature. I mean, it's kind of good. I want to say it's good. It can kind of protect itself. If you have like a lot of guys out there, you can just start destroying their field with that -2 and +1, which is all the card's good for, because you're never going to hit the -7. If you do, I guess it's like game over, because Double Strike and Trample already would win you the game, and Haste. And the fact that they'd have Hexproof means nothing. You can target them, so I think the card's going to be interesting in standard if it finds a spot. If not, I think it's just very flavorful and is an interesting 3-drop planeswalker. 5, we have Frontline Medic. Um, this card just does exactly what you want it to do. Because usually with Battalion, to trigger it, you might have to swing in with like a 1/1, even though it'll get chump blocked by something larger. Uh, and that'll just end up having you to lose creatures to trigger a Battalion effect. But this one gives them indestructible, so you won't have to lose your guys. And it'd be interesting if you're playing it in like a blue-white deck. You could swing in, give everything indestructible, and then you could like Supreme Verdict. So this guy would be good with Geist Saint Draft if you have like that type of combo going. Also, obviously the reason he's good in standard is you can counter any spell with X in the mana cost, which is just so good, because the best spells in standard all cost X. Like you got Bonfire, which just does everything you want it to. You got Sphinx's Revelation for all those banned control decks, and now you have Aurelius Fury, obviously, and that'll just be insane. And this card will obviously stop those cards in their spot, so you can counter them. So Frontline Medic will see a lot of play, especially in human decks. Moving on to number 4. Again, another shocker for most people. Prime Speaker Zagana. I was very happy when this card was spoiled. It's very flavorful towards Simic, but yeah, I mean, I'm playing Bug. It's hard to explain this card, but like I threw in a couple Desecration Demons just to test play and mess around with this card, with all the synergy it has potential to be. So like I threw in a couple of Desecration Demons, which if your opponents are stopping it from attacking, it'll be an 8/8 on turn 6. So you could cast a Ghana, potentially make her a 9/9 and draw 9 cards. I mean that's like game over. Like drawing 9 cards and getting a 9/9 for 6. That is so good. And here's, if you miss your Desecration Demons, the good thing is that on your mana curve, in the deck I'm playing, I run 3 Thragtusk, so Thragtusk comes before this, and then, so your Zagana could also just be a 6/6 for 6 and draw me 6 cards, which I think she has a lot of potential for Standard. I think she's very interesting and flavorful, and I'm going to have fun playing around with her. 3, we have Obsidet Ghost Council. I love the art on this card. I'm just going to start there, but I think this will find a home in some standard Esper decks because it puts them over the top. Like, you just drain your opponent's life every turn slowly, and it can only die to instant speed removal. All sorcery speed removal won't be able to take it out. Feels very Orzhov type. I think it's a very interesting. I know we have 2 guild leaders in a row, but I think this card does a lot. I think it'll be very good in standard. Number 2. We have Boros Charm. It's got 3 very playable abilities. I mean, you can drain their life if you need to. You can stop board wipes or protect planeswalkers because his permanents are indestructible this turn. Or, the ability I think makes it the best is creatures you control get double strike. So going back to number 10 is Spark Trooper. If you draw Spark Trooper like turn 6, you tap 4, cast that, it has trample, so they might probably just be taking 6 unless they want to throw away something little. But then, if they don't block it or something, I mean, it's got trample, so either way, you just tap 2, give it double strike, and then you could be swinging in for 12 with lifelink. I mean, that'll just win you the game right there. I think Boros Charm is obviously the best charm out of the 10. It is so overpowered and phenomenally good. It's going to see so much play in aggro decks and everything. Running red and white, it is so good. And everyone knew, and every top 10 will have Aurelius Fury as number 1. I mean, the card's overpowered. That's all you really have to say. And everyone knows what it does. I mean, you do X damage, divide as you choose among any number of creatures or players. Tap each creature dealt damage this way. Players dealt damage can't cast non-creature spells this turn. Aurelius Fury. As soon as I saw this foiled, I threw 2 Dispels into the sideboard of the deck I'm making, because that's countering instant spells. I mean, decks have to find an answer to this. Frontline Medic will do it, Dispel will do it, but this card will win the game if there's no answer to it. I think it's very good. Every deck, like Naya is going to be playing it, red-white decks are going to be playing it. It's so good. There's not much else to say about it besides the fact that it's just so good and will impact standard a lot, I think. So that's my top 10 gatecrash cards. Stay tuned for a lot more, guys. That's just my list, so make your own and reply, comment about mine, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for a lot more. Thanks, headshot out.